If this was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's why it matters. Welcome back to Build Different, people. My name is Randy. I'll be the host of this beautiful thing that we are building, the leader of this little community, so to speak. Today's episode is going to be about choosing the harder path. Being built different costs you comfort before it rewards you with the results. And to kind of get into that, man, sacrifice begins before success. And that comes in many forms. As a father of 5, man, husband of 17 years, and I think one of the greatest sacrifices I make on a day to day, and a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends and family, man, they always ask me, like, how do you do it? How do you go from one project to another project to a concert, working a day job, doing a part-time job, being a full-time father, full-time husband, making all the sports games, man? And I think it's not for everybody, but the ones that are built different, man, they'll fully relate to you. You have to definitely prioritize family first, because that's at the end of the day, that's what I do it for. It's all about putting together something I know generations after me, any peoples, any branch of my family can look back and be like, damn, man, he really did that shit. When it came to the photography world, man, like there was days where I had to take jobs over showing up to my kids' sporting events, or working my daytime job and not being able to make some of the parent teacher conferences. But my wife always held it down, man. Without her being behind me and fully supporting everything that I do and believing in my dream and seeing the vision that I have, I don't think any of this would be possible without her being my number one fan, or my major support. And I think sacrificing, man, it hurts the individual that's making the sacrifice, and obviously it'll disappoint everybody around you. But there are the moments where you have to just bite the bullet, man, and just bear down, bro, and just move forward with what we talked about in the last episode, man, that path that God has laid out for you. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is put in front of you for a reason. Nothing is by accident, man, and nothing's by luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe that everything happens for a very specific reason. And when it comes to sacrificing, man, like you sacrifice short-term happiness for long-term happiness. And I know there's probably a better way to say that, but it just makes the most sense that way to me. That the here and now, man, like there are moments where I know, man, I know my kids look at me like, damn, daddy, you're an asshole. I wish you were there. But when I've grinded doing entrepreneurship, content creation for 4 or 5 years now, man, I know they look at the body of work that I put together, man, and I know they're proud of their dad. I know my wife is proud of her husband. I know all my in-laws, man, they look at me and they're like, damn, we did not see this coming, but we're proud of you. And I just got to take the time to shout out, man, everybody that's been watching me from episode 1 to episode 8, man. This is episode 8, bro. We fucking made it. Episode 6, I talked about it. Not everybody will make it to episode 7. And we're about to wrap on the season, man. But like, to get back to sacrifice, like, I'm sacrificing sleep to make sure that this project is put together in a fashion that I know I'm proud of. I could wake up every day and be happy with what I've done the night before and just see everything go full circle, man. It's the craziest feeling. There's definitely delayed gratification though when it comes to doing anything in life, man. Like, you, as an artist, you can create the best song that you feel you can compose, but it won't give you the results that you're so badly seeking in life. Everything, man, that we pour into everything every day, showing up at our jobs every day, trying to be the absolute best, or seeking promotions, or you just, acknowledgement, rewards in life. It's all delayed, but you gotta you gotta keep putting in the work and keep moving forward, man. And that's if there's any one thing I can push about doing this project, is just keep moving forward no matter the results. And it applies to everything in life, man. Like, I'm a father of 5, like I said, and there's moments where I question myself, like, am I a good father? Am I a good husband to my wife? And I wouldn't say it was delayed gratification, but there was definitely just those moments where I question myself so bad. Like, am I doing the right thing, man? Not showing up to this or not being there for that. Watching my wife do a lot of things by herself. But then, I sit down now and, like, I just, everything that I've put together, everything that I've grinded for so long is all hitting the table. And uh, it's, is delayed gratification, man. I guess that's just the easiest way to put it. But everything, it definitely, it takes time. The long-term vision over short-term pleasure is, I think, the hardest thing to sit with when it comes to anything in life, man. It's definitely one of the hardest things to sit with, because we know that we're great, we're excellent, we're awesome at the shit that we do every day, man. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. Ricky Bobby. But the big picture, man, the that shit we're chasing, keep chasing it, because, like, the short term pleasures will never amount to knowing you've reached your goals. You've reached that top, and nothing can bring you down from that. Nothing should ever bring you down from that. That should definitely be a high that you ride for the rest of your life, knowing that you committed to something in life and you never gave up. You kept pushing. We're all not gonna. I just had this conversation with my daughter, man, and it's a beautiful thing to see her to be able to relate or understand, not so much relate, but understand what I'm saying. And you can't win all the time. The losses that we take in life teach us some of the biggest lessons that help us become a better person every day we wake up. And, like, her playing high school basketball for the varsity team, the season started good, and then it went to shit pretty quick. But I told her, you can't win all the time. And I think her big picture, I don't know if she sees it for herself, but it's definitely that she's a natural born leader. The short term pleasures of winning a couple games here and there, like, yeah, it's dope, man. And that's what you're supposed to do, is you're supposed to win. But when the team does not team, what do? You take a step back and realize that there a lot of people don't have the same vision that you have. They're just there to fuck around. And when y'all, lose some games, that's when you find out. But the big picture versus short term pleasures, I mean, that can apply to anything in life, man. Like I said about winning $1 million in the last episode. It might have been earlier this episode. I don't know, but the short term pleasure of winning $1 million in the lottery doesn't amount to working your ass off and making $1 million. That's that's been something I try to keep in the back of my head, man. Like, overnight fame can happen at any time. It can happen anytime. Easy now is hard later. Hard now is easy later. Yeah, that's gonna sit well with me for a long time, man. And I think it's just one of those things. Like, everybody wants that instant here and now, bro. But I appreciate putting in the steps and properly doing things to ensure that when I'm off my path, I know it, versus just randomly walking and not knowing where I'm gonna land. Um, you don't need an easier path. You need a stronger mindset. That shit, yeah. You don't need an easier path. You need a stronger mindset, man. Mama ain't raised no bitch. This journey is well worth it. Don't quit, people. My cats are running around the house, right? Or one cat is running around the house, man. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for following me on this journey. Season 1 is officially wrapped. Fucking right, bro. Like, I'm getting goosebumps because I did something I didn't think I would be able to do, man. The long-term goal is to be great at this. And I know I will. With the support of everybody that's been watching, man, I truly, 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 from the bottom of my heart, appreciate everybody tuning in, clicking on all the stuff I've been flooding to the internet, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that has watched anything that I've put out over the past month. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Built Different. My name is Randy. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.